So here we have a tier list with every single Hive map, all 346 of them. And I'm gonna go through and rank every single one of them. Starting right here with Bed Wars. So these first ones are the Bed Wars maps. So let's just get started. Ablaze. Right, okay, I'm gonna need to add more tiers. I think this is B. It's a solid map. You know, I don't really have any problems with it, but it doesn't stand out. I don't think it's F. You know what? I'll put C. I'll put C. Right, Amulet. This is the worst Bed Wars map ever. F. It takes 32 blocks to get to the diamond gen on this map. It's the worst. That's Atlantis, I think. Yeah, Atlantis. That one's pretty good. That's B. Belfry. I don't like the amount of holes on this map. That might be a D tier, actually. Cityscape is a clear A. Cityscape is a clear A. Good, solid map. Eggs? Eggs is pretty good, actually. I think that's better than Fairy Garden, so either A or B. Maybe I put it in A for now. Enigma? I don't really have any problems. I don't like the colors. I'm gonna judge these by not just if it's a good looking map, but also if it's good to play on. It's pretty decent to play on, I just don't like the look of it. So next we have Fairy Garden, which is eggs. But the normal version, I think this is B. I don't have anything against this map. Maybe it's a C tier map. I don't like the big void in the middle of the map, though. Then we have Fairy Tale Forest, which is a similar-ish map. It's just a bit bigger, so maybe that's a D. Yeah, I'll put that D. Farmhouse? I quite like Farmhouse. I think it's a good-looking map. I'll put that B tier. Gates? Right. This is Gates, and I love Gates. Gates is one of my favorite Bed Wars maps. This is the summer version, though. D. The regular version, A. So the way S tier works here is I'm only going to put one S tier from each game mode in this. So I need to work out which one is the best Bed Wars map, and that will be S tier. Alright, is this Mithril? Yeah, this is Mithril, so it's an okay-ish map, you know? I don't actually know where we put Mithril. I'll let chat decide this one. I think the Halloween version is better. C, D. Yeah, I think C is fair. I'll put the Halloween version in B, though, because I think that's better. Ooh, North Pole. I quite like that one. A. The Christmas maps, a lot of them are going to be high. Hive do their Christmas maps real well. This is Oasis. Oh, that's a pretty solid map. B. What map is this? This is Orangewood, right? I think this map's a bit big for my liking. I'll put that D tier. Alright, now we have Present Factory. I quite like Present Factory to look at, but I don't think it's that fun to play on, so yeah, let's stick it in C. Why not? Resurrected. This is a Halloween map. I've not played this map a bunch, actually, so I don't know too much about it. I'll put her in C tier, though. That's just average, you know? C tier is just average here. Stranded, I think, is an A tier map. I'm not gonna lie. I really like Stranded. What's this? Is this Vineyard? Right, Vineyard is, I don't like this map. I'm not gonna lie. I'll put that D tier. Yeah, I think that's fair. Whirlwood? Oh, yeah, I think you guys might be a little right. It's a D tier map. I don't like that one. Right, now we're on to Bed Wars Solo. Arrow is a good A tier map. I like this. Beehive, B tier. Brutaxis. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. A D tier, maybe. Castle? Castle is goated. A tier. Castle might be S tier. Facility, F tier. I hate the mid on this map. I just hate it. This map sucks so much. F tier. Festive. Oh, are we looking at an S tier here? I've always said Festive is my favorite Bed Wars map. Right, I'm putting it S tier now. You guys might be able to change my mind. I only have one S tier per game mode, so that might be the S tier for Bed Wars. Haunted. Yeah, I think it's either D or C. I don't like the mid. The mid has like an elevation to it, so you only get the emeralds upstairs. I'll put her in C tier for now. Igloo, I think, is a D tier map. It's okay. I quite like it. It's a simple idea. Just the ice can mess with you a bit. Library. Library's a good B, C tier map. I'll put it in B tier. I don't like it for that one GeoGuessr video, but other than that, it's pretty good. Lighthouse. I'm not gonna lie. I think Lighthouse might have to be an F tier here as well. I don't know. Right, I'll put it in D tier. I don't like it. It's too big. It's too big for me. Like, I just don't like it. Mushroom, though, A tier. Mushroom could be an S. I think Mushroom and Castle are the only other maps I'd consider putting S tier here so far. I think Cityscape is a close S, but not quite. Here we have Neighborhood. Neighborhood's a decent map, you know. I'll put that in B tier. And then we just have the Halloween version. I'll put that right next to it. Oceanic. Oceanic is a good map. Is it? I think it's a little big. Maybe C tier. Sandstorm, right. This is the Bed Wars version of Sandstorm, because there's also a Treasure Wars version that's slightly different. So we are ranking both of them. This one, though, is... You know what? This one's actually pretty good. I'll put that B tier. The Treasure Wars version might be F. So I like that. I like how they improved this with Bed Wars. Sprout, I don't like it. Maybe F tier. I don't like it. There's too many blocks everywhere. The spawn bridging is a little weird. It's just too much. Also, if you go to the top of the map, if you just head up the stairs behind the map, you will die of playwright. I am not joking. I don't know if they've patched that yet, but that genuinely was a thing for a while. Sway. Now, I think Sway is a good map. I'll put it C tier, you know? It's pretty solid. Sway Bells, which is the winter version, is B tier. It's a little better. It just is Christmassy, and I like the blue colors more than the orange. Tree Stump, D or F. I do not like this map. There's so many times in off-spawn fights where you'll be playing on this map, and then you'll, like, get knocked off, or you'll knock someone off, and then they'll just survive on the bottom. It's either D or F. Yeah, I don't like this map. I'll put it in D. Tourists. This is actually an okay map. It's, the mid is pretty big, but it's, like, open enough to fight on, which I do quite like. Maybe just C tier. I don't have any negative or positive feelings towards that map. Same with Warped. Alright, now we're on to Battle Squads. And we're starting with Autumn. We have Autumn, Spring, Summer, and Winter, which are all the same map, just the seasonal versions. So I'll probably put them all the same thing. Autumn is, no, I don't think it's as high as A. Maybe just C. No, I'll put it B. You know what? These can all be B tier maps. Alright, and now we have Cobalt, which I don't like this map at all. I don't know why, I just have something against this map, so I'm sticking it in D tier. You know what? I'll put Tree Stump F just to clean this up a little. Right, Coven, I have not played this map too much. It's a Halloween Squads map. I might just put it C tier, you know? What is this? Is this cyberspace? It's a decent map. I don't like it, though. I don't like it for some reason. I couldn't really tell you why. I think just the side island fights, like the Diamond Island fights, just play out weirdly. So I might just put it D tier. Call me controversial. You guys are gonna say A tier. I do not like that map. Cyberspace S? No. Do not like that map. Alright, but now we have Gingerbread, which is a Christmas map, and, you know, Christmas maps are all pretty good. This one's not A tier good, though. Maybe B or C. I'm willing to say C. I do not like Grove. I'll stick it in C. There's a lot of good maps on this list. We are ranking every game mode, so, you know. Right, now we have Hanging Gardens. I think Hanging Gardens might be the best Squads map we've had so far. So, I'll put this A tier, and then we have the spring version of the map as well. O2, I like the idea of the map. I don't like playing on this map. I don't like playing this map. O2 is A. I'm willing to say that, you know. O2 being A tier, I think it's a good map. Festive is too high. No. Pirates, this is a classic Bed Wars map. That's a solid A tier there. I have nothing to dislike about that map. Now we have Prisma, which does remind me a bit of Sky Sanctuary from Treasure Wars. I did look, they are slightly different maps, but for that reason, it's getting A tier. It looks great, and you know what? It's actually pretty fun to play on. I quite like this map. It has a slightly different layout to a lot of the regular Bed Wars Squads maps, so I like this one. Quantum! Quantum is another F tier right here. Worst Bed Wars Squads map. I will stand by that. There's way too many holes in the floor. F tier. Now we have Rome. Rome is pretty good. I'll say Rome is B tier. I just quite like that map. Same with Ruins, you know. They're both pretty solid maps right there. I could put Ruins C tier, but I think it's a B tier, you know. I think it's better than Ablaze and Enigma right here, so... Serrano. Serrano is either B or C. I really like the look of the map, which is the only reason I'd put it in B, but yeah. I'll put Serrano C. It's a good looking map. I like that map, but, you know, it's not that fun to play on in the end. Summer Coast. I'm gonna put this D tier. This map is so different to every other Bed Wars Squads map. The way this works is there's 2 4v4 fights, and then the final 2 teams fight. So the 2 teams are opposite each other, and they fight. It's not like how every other Squads map works, where they are, you know, opposite each other. they're all like in their four corners. No, this is slightly different, and I don't like how the fights play out on that map. Right, now we have Monster Labs, which is Tesla Labs, but you know, the Halloween version. So I will put this, it could be F. I don't know, I think potentially D, F. You know what, yeah, I don't like the Halloween version. I think the regular version, though, goes D tier. I think the Halloween just brings it down a little bit. It's literally a map made of mycelium, you know? Right, Temple. This is a solid map. That's an A tier map right there. And now we have Tropica. I mean, you guys have been hyping up Tropica this stream. So, you know, this is the final Bed Wars map. I'm putting it A tier. Alright, let's quickly review, because we have quite a few maps here, right? I have put Festive in S tier. I think that is fine. I think Festive S tier is valid, you know? I think Festive is the best Bed Wars map. Now, we are on to Bridge. City Classic. City Classic is an A tier map. I like this map. Fun to play on. Same with City... Is that Overhead? Yeah. City Tunnel, though. D tier map. Do not like this. Colossia Column is this one. It's an okayish map. I don't like that there's one staircase leading up, though. So, for that reason, it's D tier. This is Colosseum Pergola, and I don't really remember this map too much. So, I might just stick it in C tier. Now we have Temple, and Temple is an F tier map. This one sucks for no apparent reason, other than the fact that you have to go up the stairs and then do a 180. It just sucks. F tier. Arches. Arches is an okay map. C or D tier. It's nothing special. But, you know, you just have to go through the arches, and then behind there is the goal. There's a lot of void, though, on the actual, like, goal island. Same with all the cubic ones. I do not like gap or platforms, though. They suck. So they could even be F tier. But they look really cool. They look really cool and fun, so they're D tier. Alright, now we have Techno. Techno Diverge. I do not like this one. This is another D tier one. But we have Techno tiered. I'd argue S tier. Best bridge map of them all. And it's actually really fun to play on. You have the goal that's underneath the spawn area, and it's just really fun. So, you know, and then we have Zoid, which is just a, you know, I think this is actually like a C tier, maybe B tier, but let's stick it in C, why not? Okay, now we have Just Build. This is the Just Build build arena. I think it's solid for the game mode, you know, it works. It's just a, you know, a box, and it has cool details sometimes that are seasonal. So, you know what? A tier, why not? I could put it S, but, you know, I think it works good for its game mode. Oh, next is Capture the Flag. So first, Altara. I don't like this map. There's a lot of void on this map. I don't like it. Capture the Flag maps should not have void. F tier. Ashram Winterfest. A tier. Solid map, and it's Christmas. Ashram Normal. B tier. Just a solid map. Alright, now we have Campsite Halloween. Campsite Halloween's a C tier map. Regular Campsite B tier. Kind of the opposite principle there. You know, if there was a Campsite Christmas, that might be A tier, you know? Alright, now we have Empire. Solid map. I'm putting that in A tier for now. That could be moved up to S, though. There's one other map that I think could be better. So, I'll save that. So, Winterfest Lago could be S tier. I'm sticking it in A tier. Lago is also A tier. If I was gonna put one of them in S, it would be the Winterfest version. Lunala, F tier. I hate this map. So much void. You spawn in facing the void. I am not joking. If you go on this map, hold W when you spawn in, you'll just walk straight into the void. It's like 10 blocks away from where you're spawning. It sucks. It genuinely sucks. Apparently, there's a teleporter on this map as well. I have not been able to find the teleporter. I've played this map like twice, probably ever. I dislike this map. Mall could be S tier. Love that map. Love how this map plays out. It's also not a straight map, so it, you know, it adds a little bit of fun. You have to like make a turn. It's like a corner. And there's another map like that where it's like a corner that you have to make before getting to the other team's base. So we'll come back to that. Oryx. Oryx is solid. C tier, one of the originals. I think it's decent. Pirates Paradise is an A tier map. Except, it is massive. It is such a big map, so I'll put B tier for that. It's a really good map, and I love the cannons. It makes it really unique. Do not like how this plays out, though, because it's just so big. Now we have Prismaris. Prismaris is the other map that I was on about that makes a 90-degree turn or something. It's terrible to play on. Hate this map. Very much dislike that map. Alright. Prosperity. Prosperity, D tier. It's a very big map, and so there's a lot of time that game just ends up in running, or you just not finding anyone. So, now this is Rift. Rift is a D tier map at best. You guys might like Rift. I do not. It is terrible. There's 2 giant voids in front of either base. And so the only way to go over them is either to bridge, which, you know, bridges just get destroyed or whatever, or you get shot off your bridge. Or to take the launch pads, which, you know, if you get shot out of mid-air, you just fall in the void and die, and there's nothing you can do about it. Soul Escape, D tier. There's just way too much map. Unearth, A tier. Very small map is the only con about it, so I'm not putting this S. It's a good map, fun to play on, it's just a little too small. Valley. I think Valley's a good map. C tier. I like the colors and stuff. I like the little underground bit. Fun map. C tier though. It's a little too big, and the gate is so annoying. So yeah, that's it for Capture the Flag. I'm gonna put one of these S tier. I'm kind of between Lago Winterfest and Mall. And maybe Empire. But I really like the detail of Mall more, and so for that reason I'm pulling Mall S tier. Now we're on to Death Run. I mean, you guys might already know what I'm going to put S tier for Death Run. But we're starting with Cave. Cave is a B tier map at best. Solid map. Very basic. Alright, now we have Flora. Flora is an F tier map. There's 2 F tier Death Run maps. Flora and Steampunk. So, I may as well put Steampunk there now, because I'm mentioning it. There's Steampunk. Steampunk is F tier. Absolutely terrible. The traps on this map suck. Same with Flora. There's that one cog trap that you have, and, yeah, it just takes forever to go past, and it's terrible if you die on. Now, we have, what map is this? Gardens? Gardens is D tier. The traps on this map are terrible. Same with Spring. Absolutely terrible maps. Right, now we have Metropolis. Metropolis is an A tier map. I quite like this. The traps on this map feel very good to play on. Same with this version, because this is just the Winterfest version, so maybe no, they're both A tier, yeah. One's not going to be S, because I know exactly what my S tier map is for this. Primus is very good map. I like this. This is an A tier map. Death Run do a lot of maps very well. What is this map here? Is this Prison? Prison is C. I don't like the map. Not a huge fan. Yeah. Not a crazy map. Alright. This here is Relic. Relic is C tier or B tier. I'll put it C tier. Do not like the, This is that one, vine trap that I don't like, and also the missing floor trap just before that. It's an annoying combo, and also a lot of the parkour is very skippable by leap. So if you just have a leap, you can skip a lot of the map. So maybe that's a good reason for it in B tier. But Village is a B tier map. I like this map. The traps on it are pretty fun. They're pretty unique too. Like you have the falling log one, which isn't used much. It's only used on a few maps, I think. Village is a vibe. Village, B tier. Now we have School, which is D tier. People like School, though, which is... I don't understand why you like School. Especially the Death Run version of School. It's a small map. There's that one checkpoint that didn't work for the longest time, which I think they've patched now, but even then, this is the map I have the most trouble with checkpoint saving on. I don't like School. It's too short as well for a good Death Run map. Seaside. Seaside is a good map. I'm willing to put Seaside B tier, possibly A tier. Looks very good, and also is pretty fun to play on. Alright, and now we have a Christmas map. But this one is Snowfall, I think. Just gonna double check. Yeah, this is Snowfall, which is Sub-Zero, but Christmas. I'm gonna put Sub-Zero and Snowfall in B tier. The only reason they're not any higher is they're fun maps to play on, they're just a little too long, so I don't like them that much. Survival. Now, Survival's a good map, but again, it has that too long variable to it. It's just too long to play on, and it gets really repetitive very quickly because it's so long. And also, but, you know what, I might put it A tier because as Death, that map is very fun. That map is very fun as Death. You can, like, infinitely spawn kill people on, like, some of the traps. It's quite fun. You can get, like, 100+ kill games as Death. Pretty fun. Synthwave, F tier. I forgot Synthwave was one of these options, but I hate it. It has that same problem that Survival has, except if you're good, you can't pass it. There's just a bunch of unavoidable traps on this one. There's that one glass trap that you can't bait out unless you have a leap. F tier. Terrible. Temple. Temple is an A tier map. Very deserving of A tier. Good map, and it's quite long, so it's quite fun to play on. It's not too long though, like Survival. I think it's like, this is the only one that I'd consider putting S tier if it wasn't for Tokai, which is the very clear S tier here. If you disagree with me, you are just wrong. This map is so fun to play on. You have such amazing traps. The traps on this map are so great. But not only that, it looks great. It's based on Japan, you know, Tokyo, and it's Tokai time, you know, that's kind of become my catchphrase. You guys will see in today's second channel video. But yeah, I grinded a lot of Death Thread. Tokai was my favorite map. S tier. I think this is the most deserving S tier out of the 4 that's here. It's definitely my favorite Hive map, so I'm just gonna move it to the top of S tier. Yeah. Alright, we still have a few more Death Thread maps to go through though. So let's do those quickly. This here is that Terminal? Terminal is a decent map. I like that one skip where you can, like, actually skip a checkpoint, so I'll put it B tier. I think Death Thread has a lot of good maps. Right, both of these are the same image. Blame Hive for that, because for some reason they used the same image on their website, and I didn't notice until about 2 minutes before stream, and I couldn't fix this. So one of these is Presents, one of these is the regular one. So either way, I'm putting both of them D tier. They're way too short maps. I don't like the traps. The way to win this map is if you just save your leap for the very last trap. Genuinely, if you don't have a leap on the very last... If you don't have a leap on the very last trap, you lose. Genuinely, that's just it. You just lose. Venice. Venice is a good map. I'll put that C tier, maybe B tier. Good map. Fun to play on. I like the aesthetic. Feels great. Viaduct. Viaduct's an A tier map. Low-key underrated. I love the traps on this map. And it also has 9 checkpoints, so it's, like, relatively long, but not too long. Western. Western's another one of those bad maps. I don't like it. I don't like the traps on this map. They just feel very annoying more than anything. Just D tier. Zoo. Zoo's an okay map. I'll put this C tier. I don't really have any flaws with Zoo. But I don't like it too much either. I like the aesthetic, though, so maybe B tier, but I think C. I think Zoo is a alright, or all-around solid map, you know? So maybe I'll put B tier for that, you know? It's like above average, it's like pretty solid. Alright. Now let's do Block Drop. So here we have Abyss. The Block Drop maps don't really matter. Abyss is like the largest map, so I'll put it C tier. It's just a very big map, so the games take a long time, and, you know... I don't really like that. Flowers, though, S tier, I think. And I might find what... is that Flowers? No, that's not Flowers. What map is this? Oh, that's Evergreen. Oh, my bad. Evergreen is a decent map. I think it's B tier. I quite like the floor pattern as well. But Flowers here, S tier. Flowers is S tier. The only other map I'd consider putting S tier is Room, which I think is an A tier. I prefer Flowers because it's a little smaller, so the games go a little quicker, and I actually prefer the aesthetic here. Alright. Forgotten Valley. C tier. The block drop maps don't matter too much, but you know. A tier on Snowy Peaks. Absolutely amazing vibe to the map. I love this map's vibe. It feels so great. Alright, now we have Underwater. Underwater's a good B tier map. Just solid. I have no problems with that. Here we have Verdant, or Verdant. I think, yeah, again, I don't have any problems with map C tier. Now we have Ghost Invasion. There's 5 Ghost Invasion maps. We have Arena of the Dead, which I do not like this map. A D tier map. You cannot win as humans on this map. Yeah, but this is our first LTM category, so, you know. These are Halloween-only maps. Castle. Castle is D tier as well. You can't win as humans. You just can't. Right. Graveyard is F tier. These maps aren't seeming too great. But, you know, it's whatever. Yeah, Graveyard. I do not like Graveyard. It's... You can win as humans. The way to win, though, is to camp. You want to jump up on top of the highest object with a bunch of people. And, because the only way to kill them is to do parkour. You can just farm kills. So, as Ghost, it's either really easy or really difficult to win, and for that reason, F tier. Here, though, we have Mansion and Spooky Hollow. They are both A tier maps. So, if I'm gonna put one of them S, I would put Mansion S, because it just has a cooler build to it. That's all I have to say. Now we have Gravity. This is a big category, you can see here. Everything from here, all the way down to here is Gravity. Gravity has, like, 40 maps. So, you know. And we're starting off with Abstract, which is a D tier map at best. Maybe F tier. Dislike this map. It's an easy map in-game. Like, that's what it's called. Easy. But, like, I will die on this map 5 times. So, for that reason, F tier, actually. Now we have Apartments. Apartments, though. A tier map. I think it's an easy map. Or medium. Easy or medium. Fun to play on. Beanstalk. Simple map. B. Beehive. I like this map. A. Burrow. I dislike this map. D. It's very tricky to work out on the fly. Like, this map is kind of difficult to flawless unless, you know, it's like the first map you get, which is like never, or you just take your time. Circuit Board, though, A tier map. Absolutely goated. Clockwork. Clockwork is B, C tier map. C tier map, I think. It's simple. There's not much more to it than that. Next, we have Concrete, I think. Concrete is okay. I will say Concrete is C tier. I don't have any problems with it. Now we have Construction, which is a great map. A tier. Except, why do I have to walk half an hour after I hit the water? B tier. Cyberpunk. Yeah, I think this is just a B tier map. Where did I put that? That's not... Where did it go? Oh, there. No flaws. Daisies. Yeah, it's an okay-ish map. I'll put it C tier. I don't really have any problems with the map. It just can get a little annoying when you don't know which way you're going, you know. Data. I think Data's a great map, actually. I really enjoy this map. I like the aesthetic to it. Don't know why it's called Data. Maybe I'm just dumb, but... This is Deepscape, though. For some reason. Ignore why it's so dark. This is a F tier map. The only way to beat this map is using slime, and for that reason, it's D tier. It's F tier. Depths. Depths is an okay map. B tier. No real problems with that. Dimensions is an A tier map. I love the vibe of this map. It's just great. Absolutely great map. Very fun to play on. It's like Survival if it was a Gravity map. Dungeon is B tier. It's an okay map. If you don't, it's pretty fun. It feels pretty rewarding, but if you don't know which way you're going, it can be very difficult. Geometric is a D tier map. It's a hard map in game, like it's listed as hard, but no, this is just not fun to play on. If you don't know which way you're going, it's insanely difficult. Whenever we do this in customs, you guys always get stuck on geometric. So, you know, like, I know people find this map difficult, but yeah, it's just... Alright, Glitched. Glitch is a C tier map. Yeah, C tier. It's not bad, not good. C tier. Groovy. Groovy is also C tier. I think the colors really make it kind of difficult to fall through the holes. Like, you can't see exactly where the holes start and end, so... It can make it a little bit more difficult than it needs to be, but... Alright, Jungle is C tier. If you don't know which way you're going on this map, you can die a lot. Same with Labyrinth. I'm noticing a pattern here. Lava is B tier. It's an okay map. No problems with it. Lily Pads. Okay, Lily Pads, I quite like this map. A tier. New Orleans. C tier. Very easy map. You literally just like walk forward 5 blocks and just stand still. Pixels. I quite like this map. B tier. Very simple map. Nothing much to it. Just a bunch of blocks. What map is that? Is that Post Office? It is, yeah. Okay. C tier again. No problems with this. Road Trip is A tier. I like this map. I like the aesthetic. I like the difficulty because it's not too difficult, but it's not too easy. It's the perfect medium map, I think. Shantytown. Shantytown has the same problem as New Orleans, except it's a hard map. Alright. Is that Shapes? Shapes is an okay-ish map. I think it's like geometric, but slightly more... No, it's just geometric, but like slightly easier. So for that reason, it's C tier. Alright, now we're on to Shelves. I like the aesthetic of this map. Pretty good map. B tier, why not? Now we have Shrine. I don't like this map at all because unless you work out exactly what direction you're going, the second you drop, you die. Genuinely. If you don't know which way you're going when you drop, you die. Space, A tier. Love this map. Love the vibe. Love the gameplay. It's pretty fun. Stained Glass, though, not a huge fan. B, C tier. It's a good map. Not as bad as some of the other ones, though. Don't get me wrong. Stairs, same problem. Alright. Tomes. Tomes isn't okay. No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't like this map. That's a D tier map. It has all those books everywhere. No. Do not like the map. If you don't just like... If you don't turn immediately, you just die. It sucks. So like when your chunks are loading, no. Right, now we're on to Toxic, which is another map that you can't beat without hitting slime. For that reason, it is F tier. Triangles, A tier. Oh, A tier. Great map. Very fun to play on, and I love the water shortcut at the end, where you don't need to hit the water. You can just go straight into the portal from falling. That might be... If I'm gonna pick an S tier, I might pick that map. The only problem with it is just the aesthetic. It's just triangles, there's not much more to it than that. Twisted is an okay map. Maybe B tier, C... I'll put it C tier because it's a hard map that is, like, way too easy. Under the Sea, though, A tier. I like that map. Very good vibe and aesthetic. If I have to put one of them S tier... Oh... I think if you know how to do the triangles water shortcut, it's S tier, because it's so much fun once you do that. Otherwise, I think maybe either Under the Sea, because the aesthetic is just on point. It feels so good to play on. I think that's a solid S tier map. It's very fun to play on. Alright. So this brings us now to Ground Wars, which I have been grinding a ton of Ground Wars. So, oh wait, I missed a map. Waterways. Waterways is C tier. Alright, this brings us to Ground Wars. I've been grinding a bunch of Ground Wars recently, so, you know. I have a little experience here. Azor. B tier map. It looks amazing, don't get me wrong, and it's probably the best looking Gravity map. Ground Wars map. I don't like it because of the natural cover. Any Ground Wars map with natural cover is an instant negative. Like Cave. Cave is also B tier, except you can't shoot people when they're in their spawn, and for that reason, it's C tier. Alright. Now we have Cave the Halloween version. Cave the Halloween version is the same thing as Cave the regular version, except it's made out of nether blocks, and for that reason, it looks awful and very ugly, and so, F tier. Alright, Downtown. Downtown is an A tier map. It's great. It's very, very fun to play on. I like the vibe too, and there's a few Easter eggs around that map. Like, you might see the station says Ground Wars, or there's like a little rooftop that has GW carved into it for Ground Wars. And it's just a cool vibe. Gingerbread. Gingerbread is a cool map. Gingerbread, was this the map with natural cover? I think this has a little bit of natural cover, so it's B tier. So, yeah, that's the only reason I put it B tier, but it feels great. Icy Outpost, Winter map, and there's no cover. A tier. Inferno. Okay. This map is awesome. There's a massive dragon that's over the map shooting fire. It looks awesome. It's not very fun to play on though. C tier. Alright, now is this North Pole? Yeah, North Pole has a little bit of cover again. B tier. Another Christmas map. Looks very cool. Inferno F. That's fair. I could put Inferno lower. I do not like the map. The dragon brings it up that much. It's an awesome dragon. Alright, Palace. Palace is an okay map, you know. I'm willing to say that's like C tier. Yeah, let's move the dragon down a little. I think the dragon being that high is a little too crazy. That's the only thing keeping it out of the F though, is the dragon. Just so people know, the dragon is just good. Alright, now we're on to town, and I want to get these two right, because one of them's Christmas, one of them's not Christmas. This is the Christmas map. The Christmas map is going into S tier, because town is the best ground wars map in the game. It is so fun to play on, there's no natural cover, it has a nice big spawn, so if you're imposter, you know, you actually have like a chance to survive. You don't just get like instantly killed. And also, it's the smallest map, so the games take shorter, and the goal with ground wars is to play less ground wars, because no one likes ground wars, so that's great. Western! Western is a B tier map. Yeah, Western's a good map, solid. It has a little bit of cover with the cacti, and there's a couple of rocks, but, you know, other than that, it's pretty good. Now we have Workshop. Workshop is a big map, if I remember. I like that there's no cover, though. It's just a big map, so I'm putting it B tier. A lot of these ground wars maps are getting B tier, which I don't think is bad, because I think they do have to do something different with all these maps. I'm just talking purely on, is it the best map? No. But that's the last ground wars map, which now brings us to Hide and Seek. Boardwalk. Boardwalk is a great looking map, and that would deserve A tier. But to play on is absolutely terrible, so for that reason it's getting C tier. It's a very big map, I think. There's like a bunch of just annoying spots. There's like one building that you can hide in, and yeah, I just don't like this map. Cool aesthetic though, and I like that it has the cool like Hollywood sign, but you know, no. Chime. Chime is also another one of those big maps, except it's even bigger, D tier. Chinatown. Chinatown's an A tier map. This is a great map. I don't think there's any real flaws with Chinatown. Great map. It's pretty small, but it's not too small. That it's just like easy for the Seekers to win. Yeah, construction. Construction is like B tier. I don't know. There's a good amount of spots here, but it's a very open map, so there's not like a ton of spots. Yeah. Alright, Office. Office is a C tier map. Not a huge fan of Office. The layout is a little confusing. It feels like a maze at sometimes, but you know, I could put that D tier to be fair, but I think C tier for now is fine. Facility. Facility is D tier. It is massive. And it's very messy. There's a bunch of hiding spots that if you just have never played the game before, you're just not gonna know that they're there. Gold Rush. Gold Rush is an A tier map in my opinion. I really like Gold Rush. There's a bunch of spots. It's not a massive map. It's great. Facility F. That. If I don't have an F tier for hide and seek, I'll put Facility there. How about that? Hacienda. Hacienda's a decent map. I like B tier. I think that's fair. It's not like a massive map. It's like a decent sized, I think. I think it might be a little too big because you do have the upstairs as well. But yeah, it's an okay map. Harborstead though is big. It's a big map. A lot of hiding spaces. If you're not like a hide and seek pro and haven't played like 6,000 hours in the game and have memorized every corner of each map, you're not gonna find everyone on this map. You just won't. Harvest though, A tier map. Love this map. Absolutely goated. Very fun as Seeker, very fun as Hider as well. Good map. Hospital. Hospital is C. I don't know, it feels like too small of a map. which is also a problem with Kingston and Kingston Winterfest. But Kingston Winterfest might be B because it's winter, and I just like my winter maps. They are all amazing. Speaking of winter maps, this brings us to Humbug Street, which I think is B tier. It's not a big map, not a small map. Has some cool details, and it's Christmassy. Good map. Good map. Madhouse is a D tier map. D tier hide and seek map. Do not like it. It's a Halloween map as well. Hive have some good Halloween maps, don't get me wrong. None of them have come up yet. Nexus City. I quite like this map. I think that's a solid B. Maybe it could be A. It's pretty fun. There's a lot of hiding spots. It's one of the classics. And, you know, Plasma, A tier. I've had a bunch of fun on this map. It looks great. Love the aesthetic. It might be a little too big for A tier. I don't know, though. But yeah, I love the amount of hiding spots you have. There's some cool hiding spots here. Very fun to play on. Pripyat, definitely A tier. Probably the most fun hide-and-seek map to play on as both Seeker and Hider. Very fun. Great map. And it's based off of a real-life location, Pripyat. If you've never heard of it, Google it. It has to do with the Chernobyl disaster in Ukraine. But yeah, it's a very cool map. And it's actually very accurate to the real-life representation. If you Google Pripyat and look at the images, you can tell 100% they used so many reference images for that map. I love the accuracy of this map. Sunset Terrace. Sunset Terrace is an okay map. B tier. I was trying to find something to say about this map. There's not much to it. It's like a pretty decent map. I think it's like Talavera if it was better. So now let's do Talavera, and I'm gonna put that C tier. Maybe D tier. There's no hiding spots really. I don't find that fun to play as Hider or Seeker, so you know. Oh, this is also Talavera. This is the Halloween version of Talavera though. This is D tier as well. Why not? It's just Halloween. There's nothing really different between these two maps, like the other Halloween maps, so yeah. Town Square is an A tier map. I love the map. It's really fun to play on as Seeker and Hider. That's great. Tropica. Tropica's a good map. I love the aesthetic. B tier. Pretty fun to play on, again, as mostly Hider on this map, but Seeker can be quite fun. Tuscany, I think, is very similar to Tropica in the sense that it's fun to play as Hider. Seeker, not so much. Winter Fair, A tier map. Great Christmas map there, Hive. One of the best Christmas maps on all of Hive, I will say that. It looks amazing. Very fun to play on as Seeker. There's not too many hiding spots, but, you know, there's some good hiding spots. Yeah. Tuscany is D tier. Yeah, I think Tuscany is a little high. I'll put it C tier. Right. Now to select which one of these is the best. In my opinion, it is between 3 maps here. Alright? The S tier for hide and seek is between Chinatown, Pripyat, and Winter Fair. I want to give it to Winter Fair just because it's a Christmas map, but I don't like the amount of hiding spots on this map, so I feel like I can't. So between Chinatown and Pripyat, I personally prefer Pripyat. I think Pripyat is very fun to play as both Seeker and Hider. Even if you don't know the maps too well, Pripyat's great. I also love the IRL accuracy to Pripyat. I'm personally putting Pripyat S tier. This brings us to Murder Mystery. Murder Mystery, Backrooms. Backrooms is an A tier map. I love how there's 7 variants of Backrooms, so you don't get like the same thing again. And it adds that like Backrooms element to the game. That could be an S tier Murder Mystery map right there. Castletown is, oh my gosh, I hate this map with a passion. This could be F tier. Oh wait, I said I'd move Facility to F tier if I did put one there. So let's do that. But Castletown is genuinely the least fun Murder Mystery map. It is terrible to play as Murderer. Every time I get Murderer, it's Castletown. Because there's And I always die because there's a million people with bows, because you have the armory, which guarantees everyone in the map to get a bow. And there's so many coins on this map. Sure, it might be good for grinding XP. I don't really care about that. It's not fun to play on. D tier, maybe F. Do not like that map. Murder Mystery Grinders come at me. Chroma is C tier. I like the colors. I don't like that it's a circle, because people will just run forever on this map. Not much you can do. Iso Hotel kinda has the same issue, where people just run forever in the circle, up top, on the top floor. So yeah. Alright, Fairy Garden. F tier map right there. F tier map. It is terrible. It's so big. The amount of, I think you need to use a teleporter to get to one side of the map. There's like 2 sides of the map, and they're divided by teleporters. Either that, or you have to walk like 1,000,000 miles to get there. Terrible map. Mana. Mana is... It's okay. You know, I'll put it B tier. I have nothing really too negative to say about that map. Same with Museum. I really like the aesthetic of Museum, so it could be A. But yeah, I think there's some better maps. Nectar Lake. Oh my gosh, it's so overhyped. This map is too big. Too big to be a murder mystery map. So many times in-game, you'll go like half an hour without seeing anyone, I swear. Right, now we have Office, which is a genuinely good murder mystery map. It might be a little too small, but yeah. And I like the Christmas version too. The Christmas version is great. Pigment is also another A tier map. Love the colors. Love to play on this as both Murderer and Sheriff. Remnants. Remnants is a very big map again. So for that reason, I'm putting it D tier. Very big map. Yeah, this is another map that you'll go like half an hour without seeing anyone on. Maybe I do put Nectar Lake slightly lower. There you go. Alright, and now we have Spaceship. Spaceship is a good map. A tier. Yeah, I don't really have anything negative to say about that map. It's pretty fun to play on. A tier. Right, Ghost House. This is the Halloween version of Toy House. This is the first Halloween map on the list that I'm willing to say is better than or equal to the regular version. Toy House is an A tier map in itself. The Halloween map is just as good, if not slightly better. Great map there, Hive. Very fun to play on. Village is a Winterfest map, A tier. It's very fun to play on. It's only Winterfest as well. I like the vibe. Yeah. Warehouse, B tier. Where did I just put that? There. Warehouse is a B tier map. Pretty cool. It's whatever, though, you know? Like, as in... Just decent map. Alright, now we have Witch School, I think, right? Yes, this is the final murder mystery map. Witch School. This is a C tier map. Nothing real negative. There's just like... I feel like it's a little too big, though, sometimes when you're playing this. Alright. Now, to pick an S tier map for murder mystery, it would have to be either Backrooms or Toy House, in my opinion. I think I'm going to put Backrooms S tier because there's 7 different versions of the map. 7 different versions of Backrooms, which is just insane detail from the Hive. They all feel slightly different too, like as in if you're just playing on them, you'll just get like a feeling like, oh, this is not what I'm used to playing, you know, as in like, I thought, because sometimes you'll like go down to a tunnel, a corridor, and there'll just be a dead end, where on another version of the map, there'll be, you know, it'll keep going or something. They might be overgrown slightly. There's some maps they just invert, which just really messes with your brain playing with it. It definitely has that Backrooms effect. I think that's a fair S tier. Alright, I'm gonna put 67, and we're just gonna have to scroll. Mob Game! Mob Game is a decent map. The game mode itself, you know, I found it quite fun. I think the map, though, is A tier. A tier map right there for a mob game. Good map for the game mode. It felt great playing on. Only flaws I would say is sometimes you would spawn 1,000,000 miles away from all the fights and you'd have to like walk for 30 seconds before getting anywhere. But I think the map itself was pretty good. Block Party. Block Party could genuinely be S tier. I think the map fits the game mode really well. I like that spectators They don't just disappear and go invisible. You can see them in-game on the sidelines watching you. I love the screens on this map, and it works really well. I love the little tunnel from where you spawn in. I love that the hub and the game mode are the same place, you know? It's just all one big room. And even then, I love the amount of detail they put on the outside of the map. If you guys look, next time you're in the Block Party hub, look outside of the map. And you'll notice there's a bunch of rooms out there with a bunch of detail in them. And it's crazy. I think that's an S tier map. Alright, survival games. We have SG4, which I think is a good A tier map. No objections there. Solid map. I think same with Blossom. Flurry, very good map. It's like Blossom, but slightly better because it's Winterfest. Only thing I will say about Blossom is it gets played way too much that you just... The same with SG4 a little bit, but Blossom gets played way more. It's such a good map. Alright, we now have Cursed Kingdom. Why does it look snowy, though? Either way, Cursed Kingdom is not a great map. I'll put Cursed Kingdom D tier, the regular one C tier. The Halloween one has lava around the place, which can become a little bit of a problem. But yeah, I do like the pumpkins and stuff they put over that map. I think it looks good, but playing on it is not fun. I think the Fallen Kingdom's a little too big of a map. Flashpoint is an A tier map. I love Flashpoint, super fun to play on. Mobius Summer, F tier. Disgusting map. I despise this map. Mobius Summer is so ugly. Regular Mobius is like a C tier map, maybe D tier. I don't really like the map. It's a bit too big. Like sometimes you just won't see anyone for like half an hour. But the summer version looks ugly as hell. Right, Northwood. Northwood's a good map. No, it's not. It's C tier. Winterwood, the Christmas version, is also C tier. Vista is maybe D tier. It's great map visually. Really good map visually. It is way too big though. You will go so long without seeing anyone. Games tend to last so long on that map. Do not like it. Alright, so which one of these would I put S tier out of the 4 that I have up there? It's between SG4 and Blossom realistically. I think SG4 is way too iconic. Blossom gets played too much and makes me hate it for that reason. So I can't put Blossom S tier because I don't like it. I will say that. I do not like playing that map because it gets played way too much. Older Sweats player. It has great loot, but yeah. SG4 is way too iconic not to be S tier, I think. Skywars is next. It is Skywars time, chat. We're starting with the Skywars Duos map, Anora. So, Anora is a solid map. I will say that. It's a solid map. Pretty good. Do I have any negatives about it? Not really. Yeah, A tier. I think this is just an A tier map. Atomic, I think is B tier. It's pretty good map. I love the vibe, but it's, I think the mid is a little weird. It's like rectangular and, yeah, it just doesn't feel too good to play on. Boulevard, though, is a D tier map. This map is bad because there's not much loot. I do like the aesthetic and also the teams spawn locations. Like, as in, it's orientated in a good way. There's like 3 sets of 4 teams, I think. Because no one spawns behind mid. So it's like an interesting like dynamic, but yeah. Alright, now we have, is that Burgundy? I think this is just a C tier map. I don't really have anything negative to say about Burgundy. I don't have anything positive to say either. I think there is a little too... Like, there's not enough loot on that. Alright, now we have a Winterfest map, Cabin. Cabin is an A tier map. I love that map. It is great. Callow? I think Callow's a good map. I think this is just an A tier map. And the Winterfest is also A. Alright, Capacity is a good map. Don't get me wrong. But it's, there's one spawn location that you can spawn in on each side that sucks. Because, how many teams are there in duos. There's 6, right? Yeah, 6 teams, because it spawns 12. And the way this works is there's three locations like this, right? In like a V shape. And then the mid is over in this direction. So the team that spawns the furthest away from mid just gets to mid later. Same problem with Meadow. So when Meadow comes up, it'll also be D tier. Is that Dynasty? Dynasty's a cool looking map. I'll put it B tier. I don't have anything too good to say about this to make it A tier, you know? So I think it just stays there. This though, Elf Town, A tier map. This is like the first candidate I have for S tier. Great Christmas map, feels amazing, and I love the like aesthetic to it. It's just so nice. Galactic is another easy A tier here. These maps are so great. Oh my gosh, another A tier. So this map here was exclusive to the Sonic event. So 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago now, July 2021, this map got added. Green Hill Zone to Skywars for a limited time where you could play on the Sonic maps. And this one was one of them. This was the only one in Skywars Duos. There was another one in Skywars Squads, and there were 2 Treasure Wars ones. They were so good. This map was so good. A tier, that's a candidate for S tier right there. And now we have Meadow Winterfest. Meadow Winterfest, just because it's Winterfest, goes up slightly. Meadow Winterfest, C tier. Alright, Meadow though, D tier. Ruby is great. The spring version, especially with the pink trees, the cherry trees, amazing. I think that's an A tier map. I think both of them are deserving of A tier, but especially the spring version. Sanctuary's a C tier map. Nothing too great about this. I like the colors though, but I don't think it's that fun to play on. Stranded though, B tier. I think this is a good map. Good map. I think it's a little, like, the spawns are too far away, is the only thing I will say. Alright, and now we're on to the Halloween map, Spooktopia. Spooktopia is a good map. I think Utopia is a good A tier map. I like Utopia, and I like that there's a little underground bit to mid. It can make for some interesting fights. Spooktopia, though, it's slightly worse B tier. I just don't like the colors. The Halloweenness. Alright. Does this bring us to Skywars Mega now? Yep, it does. Alright. Gardens. Gardens is a decent map. I think this is actually quite good to fight on, Sky Gardens. I'm willing to say this Skywars Mega map is A tier. Monument. I do not like the mid on this map. D tier. Just not a fan. Obelisk, same thing here. Do not like the mid. All the colors, to be fair, I don't really like the warped stuff. It just doesn't feel great. Rocky Heights is actually, I do quite like this map. I think this is B tier. Fun to play on. Nothing much more to say than that. All right. What map is this now? This is Shrine. Oh, Shrine is an A tier map. I feel like the ender chest placement on this map is better than any other Megas map. It's so good. Alright, and now we have Sky Kingdom. So one of these is seasonal, the other is not. So, regular Sky Kingdom, I think the map itself is quite good. I'm willing to say B tier on this. On both of them, but I prefer the non-autumn leaves one. So the second one, yeah. The spring version. Alright, Timber! Timber is the best mega map of them all. The best mega map. A tier. Alright, now this one is one that you probably weren't expecting to come up. Sky Royale! There were 2 Sky Royale maps, Jungle and Winter Grove. I think they were both A tier, but Winter Grove was better. I think the Sky Royale maps were very well made. They looked great, they felt great to play on. Both A tier, very much deserving of that. Alright, now we're into Skywars Solo. Balance. Balance is a great map. A tier. Alright. Is this Snow Balance now? Yeah, this is the snow version. That's also A tier. Alright. Baroque, A tier. I put it in the thumbnail for a reason and put worst, you know, I had to clickbait you guys. Crypt. Crypt is a decent map, but I don't know. I feel like the mid is a little too... It's like Castle if it wanted to be a solos map. It just doesn't quite work on this scale. Europa! Gingerbread Town! Gingerbread Town's an A-tier map. Love this map. It's a great Christmas map. Grove is C-tier at best. Like, there's a few times... Like, the fights at mid don't really work, because it's too cluttered. That's the main issue with this map. And I don't like the ender chest placement either. Ivory, A tier, and I prefer Ivory Spring, which is the first one, the sandstone one. It looks great. They both look great. The sandstone one's just nice. Lush, this is a great looking map, I will say that. I've not played on it a ton. So I could be wrong, but I feel like the islands are too big here. So, yeah. Alright, this one is Monastery. Monastery is pretty good, but it has the opposite effect to Lush, where I think the mid is too small, as in there's not enough room to fight. Pillars! Pillars is an A-tier map. Ice Pillars... yeah, I think it's A-tier. I don't think there's any ice in the floor, which is good. If there's ice in the floor, that will be B tier, but I don't remember there being any ice in the floor when I played that. Alright, and here we have, like, Pinecone Point. Pinecone Point is a good map. I can't really remember the mid for this map, so I'll put it S tier. Let's quickly check the mid, because I can't remember it. Oh, no, yeah, this is not A tier. Oh, this is not. No. This mid is terrible. Oh, I forgot about this mid. Yeah, no, this is going to C tier. Yeah, I forgot about that mid. Whoops, my bad. Planet Wisp. Planet Wisp was a great map. A tier, I think. I think A tier is fair. What map does this remind me of? I think it has like a similar layout to Grove, if Grove didn't have all that mess in the middle. Like, the mid is similar to Grove. It doesn't have all that mess in the middle. What is Planet Wisp? This is another one of those Sonic maps that were only around during the Sonic event. So it was a limited time map, no longer in the game. It hasn't been in the game for over 3 years now, so... Good map. We'll say that. Good map. Turmoil. F tier map. It is not fun to play on, and it looks terrible. Village, I think this is a B tier map. Fun to play on, and the Halloween version is just as good because there's only slight differences. You'll notice, like, the color of the roof is slightly different. There's a couple of cobwebs placed over the place. That's the only real differences. Oh, and I think the grass is dead on the Halloween version, so yeah. That's the only real difference. Violet Keep. I think Violet Keep Halloween is actually A tier. Violet Keep regular, B tier. The Halloween just feels so good. I don't know, it just looks real spooky and has a good vibe to it. Violet Keep, not so much. I like the colors, don't get me wrong, but the Halloween one's just better. And also, this one, like the Violet Keep itself is a very small map. All the islands on Violet Keep, very tiny. So, you know, there's a lot of voiding going on there. Volcano is an A tier map. I think a lot of the solo maps are great. Volcano's good. I do wish it was a little brighter though, but you know, I like that the second island is quite big. The only thing I will say is the mid needs to be a little bigger for that to be like S tier worthy, but you know. I like Volcano for the ores. Yeah, there's a lot of ores. Wildwood. Wildwood is pretty... Oh, yeah, this is Wildwood. Yeah, no, the next one's Woodpine. Wildwood is a pretty decent map. I'm willing to say B tier for that as well. Don't really have any issues with it. Woodpine. I think this might be A, because it's like, because I like that there's no underground area at spawn. Like, the maps with underground areas at spawn, like, you know, Violet Keep, Monastery, Wildwoods, you know, they all... I just don't like them, because people tend to hide a lot more on those maps. But Woodpine doesn't have that issue. And I like the second island, you know, with the house. That's quite nice, actually. Alright, this brings us to Skywars Squads. Alpine. C tier. Do not like this map. I don't really know why. It just feels weird. Amsterdam! F tier. There's way too much void on this map. Give it a bit less void. Might be like A tier, you know? Like actually. Maybe F tier is a little harsh. Maybe D tier. I don't know. F tier could be debatable. Armada? I think Armada's a B tier map. It's pretty good. Do quite like it. Bazaar, B tier 2. No, Bazaar's an A tier squads map. Pretty good. Yeah, and now we have Beyond. Beyond is a fun map to play on, I will say that, and same with Harvest, the seasonal version. That's the autumn version right there. And then we have Campsite. Campsite's a really good map. I do like this map. And so they're all going to be A tier. Autumn, Spring, and Winterfest. There we go. All A tier. Castle. Castle is A tier. This is S tier worthy right here. Castle and the Snow Castle version. And oh, we have another Christmas map here. Festive Forest. Festive Forest. I could put S tier as well. Amazing squads map. Love that map. Flourish. I like Flourish. Not too much though. B or C tier. I don't like the water at mid, so for that reason it's C tier. I don't know why they put water at mid. It's just weird. Flower Pots is C tier. I don't know. This map feels too basic. There needs to be... It's all flat. It's all on one level. You'll notice the mid, all one level. It's like a completely flat map. And it's all very open. So it's pretty good for fighting, to be fair, but I just don't like it. I think the mid is slightly too big, maybe. Spellbrook, I think I have to put this A tier. I do wish that it looked a little nicer. Like, I like the buildings, don't get me wrong, but there's so much dead grass on that map that it just doesn't look nice. Oh, Snowfall City. Snowfall City is A tier. I like the look of that map. Sunset City, though, is B tier, because it's like an okay map. I don't like the weird side island thing. Yeah, it's just not nice. Alright. Now we are looking at Temple. Temple is the final Skywars map that we're going to be ranking. And it's C tier. Nothing too wrong with this map. I think the outer islands is a little too small. That's it. Right. Which one of these maps am I going to put A tier? There's a bunch of maps to choose from. Skywars has a great selection of maps. Maybe I glazed a little because I love Skywars so much, but hey, I think these are all great maps in the grand scheme of things. The ones that really stand out to me are Green Hill Zone, Utopia, Timber, Baroque, Pillars, and Castle, and maybe Spellbrook, but I don't like the look of it. So I think I'm not going to choose a mega map because I think they're all a little too big. Maybe Castle is worthy of it. I'm going to put Baroque. There's a reason I put it in the thumbnail. This map is so iconic. It's so fun to fight people on. It is really... it doesn't feel too big of a map either, despite it being actually pretty big. It doesn't feel too big of a map. So for that reason, it's S tier. Really like that map. Right. Snow Wars. Snow Wars has one map, Station. Well, it has more than one map, but this is the only map exclusive to Snow Wars that wasn't ported over to Bed Wars. Not Bed Wars. Ground Wars. So, I don't know if I've ever played this map. I did play a bit of Snow Wars back in the day, but I have no clue if Station was one of the maps I played. It probably was. So, maybe I put it A tier. It is an open map. There's no cover, so I don't really have any issues with it. So, I'll just put it A tier. Alright, Sonic. Honestly, all these could be A, because you gotta remember, these are all maps from the Sonic Party Games game mode. That was an LTM over 3 years ago, never brought back since, because, you know, it was only made for the Sonic collaboration for Hive. All these were very well made. Hive took their time with these maps. I'm not ranking them based on the game modes, otherwise that would be totally different, because a lot of these weren't the best game modes. They were very annoying in certain ways, but we're ranking them on the maps. Badnik Range was a great map. Actually, really good map. It looked great for what it was. A tier. Chow Rescue. Chow Rescue, A tier map. Again, looked great for what it was. It reminds me a lot of Sky Sanctuary, which is, you know, the Treasure Wars map that's going to come up soon. Great map, A tier. Genuinely, these might all be A tier. Go Fast was a good looking map. I think were there more than one Go Fast map? But for some reason, I feel like there was more than one. I think it was A tier. I like the traps, but the only thing I will say is the traps. If I'm judging the traps based off of the map itself, if like the traps are part of the map, this will be like drop down a bit, because I was ranking the death row maps based off the map. So I think it's only fair I do the same with Go Fast. So we are going to put C tier. The map itself looks great, and it gives very chemical plant vibes, which I think is what they were going for, because that's, again, another Treasure Wars map that's to come up. C tier. The traps would they would kill you before they activated, all sorts of stuff like that. There were giant hitboxes in some of the traps. They would activate very quickly. And again, if we're doing the same thing with red light, green light, you would run into a similar thing. The traps would kill you before you touch them. Also, just trying to do the parkour while, like, standing still every few seconds was very annoying. C tier maps. The maps themselves look great, though. Ring Royale. I'm willing to say this might be the S tier for Sonic. This map was incredible. It looked amazing. It reminds me a bit of like the Venice area on Vista. It's very cool looking, and it was very fun to play on. I like the aesthetic and the dynamic. Ring Royale A tier, and it might be S tier because the final. Oh, that was the final one. For some reason, I thought there was one more, but I guess we ranked them all. So yeah, I'll put this S tier. Ring Royale was a great map. I'll stand by that. And this brings us to our final game mode now. We are almost done. It's Treasure Wars time. Starting with Treasure Wars Duos. This is Candy. Candy was an exclusive map to Treasure Wars Duos. I do like the look of this map. One thing I will say though is the mid is a little annoying. Because, I don't remember where the emeralds spawned. I think they were on the outside here. But there was just like this underground parts to mid. It just felt a little weird, so I'll put it B tier. Great looking map though. Absolutely amazing looking map. Chemical Plant. I might just be nostalgic. I think that's A tier map. Oh no. I do remember the mid actually. The mid was a little annoying. Because you had to do like parkour to like get out of mid or something. Or like, it was just like really weird, you know? There were a few obstacles in mid, and I just did not like it, yeah. Maybe B tier, C tier, C tier. The Sonic maps were mostly well done. You guys will see with Sky Sanctuary, that's like a very high rated map. Frozen! Frozen is the winter version of Oasis, I believe. So. Where do I put this? I think it's a good looking map, you know? I think this is an A tier map, right here. So why not? Let's stick it in A tier. Morrowland. Now these two, one is Morrowland, one is Morrowland Spring. These two maps were exclusive to Treasure Wars. And I'm so glad they got removed, because they were terrible. F tier. The mid was like underground, and so was the spawn area. You had to like walk up a set of stairs. You had to like get out of a cave to get out of spawn. But in Spring you did, and the same with mid actually. The same with mid. You had to, the mid was underground and it sucked. But Morrowland Spring didn't have the spawn issue. It still had the mid issue, but not the spawn issue. So Morrowland Spring is higher. For that same reason. It just sucked. And now on to Treasure Wars Mega. Now these maps exclusive to Treasure Wars Mega, and we know this is right. We know that with Bed Wars Season 2, there is an LTM coming, and it's not Bed Wars Mega. Well, at least I assume it's not, because the name is too long to be Bed Wars Mega. So these maps are exclusive to Treasure Wars, and most likely will be unless they do Bed Wars Mega. So, you know, Abandoned. It's an okay map. I'm willing to say B tier. It doesn't look too great. But it's actually pretty good to play on. There's not like a ton of void. Oh, it does have one shop actually. One shop maps in Treasure Wars Mega suck. Bloom is a good map. It's very open, so I'll say B tier. I think the meta was a little too big though for a Mega map. Just way too big. Alright. Now we have Kingdom. Kingdom is the best mega map they made. So all of these are gonna be A tier. Where is Snow Kingdom? There's a Snow Kingdom somewhere. There it is. All those are A tier. Alright. So now we have... Is that Opulent? Yeah, Opulent. Opulent's a decent map. Is Opulent the one with the one shop or two? I'm gonna check if Opulent is the map with one or two shops. Because that's gonna change how I feel about it. Opulent. Boom. This is the one with one shop. You'll see there's only one shop here. Plaza has two shops, so Plaza is going to be ranked higher than Opulent because they're actually relatively similar maps in terms of the overall feel and also like the structure of the map. So Opulent, C tier, Plaza, B tier. I think that's fair. Alright, Resort. Resort also only has one shop. Cool looking map, and I think the mid is like the perfect size and everything. But the one shop just... Actually, yeah. You know, I'll put a B tier then. Because the one shop is the main negative. Only having one shop in Mega is not nice. Sakura. Sakura is an A tier map. A tier map. I was gonna say S tier, but no. It's actually really great. It has two shops. It looks great as well, and I think the size of mid and everything is perfect. Now we have Snowfight. Snowfight's a cool looking map. I will say though, the children are creepy. There's children on the map. It's the only map on Hive with people. Why? Why do we need people in the map? These are people having a snowball fight. It's creepy. C tier. Titan. Titan is a good map. A tier. I love this map, and I love the like jets that you see in the sky or like the spaceships. Great map. Western. Western, I think, has one shop. This is the last mega map. So there's a shop there and a shop there. Never mind, there is two. Okay. There is two shops. So I think this could be C tier. No, either B or A. I'll put it in B. I think the emeralds that made her a little weird. I can't remember too well though. Alright. Now we're on to Treasure Wars Solo, and this is Castle, which is slightly different from Better Wars Solo Castle, but I think it's still an A tier map, you know. The only real difference is that it looks slightly different, you know, it's made out of stone rather than deep slate, and the Snow Castle map, which I am so mad this didn't come to Better Wars, that's like S tier worthy, I'm not even lying. Alright, Fairy Christmas. C tier map. It's really similar to Fairy Garden, the Treasure Wars Duos map, or Better Wars Duos map. Except it's a solos map, it's just weird. I don't like the void, I don't know. When you put voids that made it, it just feels weird. Now we have Mushroom Spring. Mushroom's an A tier map, just because it's spring, still A tier. Alright, Sandstorm. Now this version of Sandstorm, you might see, has a slightly different mid to the regular version. I don't remember where I put the regular version, but there it is. So you'll notice that the mid on this map is actually raised slightly. The emerald generators spawn higher up and there's a bridge connecting them. It was terrible to play on. It sucked so much. F tier. Genuinely, so glad they changed that for Better Wars. Sky Sanctuary, A tier map. This is a Treasure Wars Squads map that was exclusive to Sonic event, once again. A tier. Absolutely incredible map. And our final map. Snow Globe. Winterfest. Skywars, Treasure Wars Squads. Not only is this A tier, this is the S tier I'm giving for Treasure Wars. Alright. And there we have it. Every single map ranked. Very tiny image, but we could go through it individually here slowly. I don't think there's anything here that I would change, but... So, if you do want to try this, I can actually share the link to this tier list. It'll be in the description of this video.